Have you ever wondered why European chocolate tastes different, or why certain American foods are banned across the Atlantic? It's not just about taste buds, it's about a complex web of rules, culture, and power that shapes every bite you take in Europe. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of European food regulations to uncover how they protect consumers, preserve tradition, and sometimes become a battleground for global trade. Let's start with the big one, food safety. After facing major food crises in the late 90s, the European Union established the European Food Safety Authority, or EFSA. Think of it as the ultimate food watchdog. EFSA's core principle is the precautionary principle. What does that mean? It means if a substance or a product has even an potential risk to human health, but the science isn't totally conclusive, the EU can restrict or ban it just to be safe. It's a better safe than sorry approach. This is why you see bans on certain growth hormones in beef, chlorinated chicken washes, and a list of food colorings and additives that are common elsewhere. The burden of proof is on the producer to show that their product is absolutely safe, not on the regulator to prove it's harmful. This approach has led to some major differences. Take genetically modified organisms, or GMOs. While widely used in many parts of the world, they face extreme scrutiny in Europe. Any food containing GMOs must be clearly labeled, and the approval process is incredibly stringent. This isn't just about science, it's about public perception. Many Europeans are skeptical of GMOs, and the regulations reflect that deep-seated cultural preference for natural food. It's a powerful example of how consumer attitudes can directly shape national and continental policy. Now, let's talk about something a little more delicious: tradition. Europe is home to some of the world's most iconic foods, from Parmigiano Reggiano cheese to champagne. But did you know you can't just call any sparkling wine champagne? The EU has a system of geographical indications, or GIs, designed to protect these traditional products. There are three main labels: PDO, PGI, and TSG. PDO, or Protected Designation of Origin, is the strictest. It means the entire product must be traditionally and entirely manufactured within a specific region. Think of feta cheese from Greece or prosciutto di Parma from Italy. Every step, from the raw materials to the final product, is tied to that specific place. Then there's PGI, or Protected Geographical Indication. This label requires at least one of the stages of production to have taken place in the region. A great example is Germany's Black Forest ham. The ham might not come from pigs raised in the Black Forest, but the curing and smoking process, which gives it its unique flavor, must happen there. Finally, TSG, or Traditional Specialty Guaranteed, protects the recipe or method of production, not the geographical location. For example, Neapolitan pizza has a TSG status, meaning any pizzeria in the world can make it, but they must follow the exact, traditional recipe and technique to call it Neapolitan pizza. These labels aren't just about being picky. They're about preserving cultural heritage, guaranteeing quality for consumers, and ensuring that local producers get the economic benefits of their ancestral knowledge. When you buy a product with one of these seals, you're buying a piece of history. But these rules aren't just about culture and safety, they're also about power and trade. The EU's high standards can act as a significant trade barrier for countries that do and follow the same rules. This is often called the Brussels effect. Because the EU is such a massive and wealthy market, international companies often find it easier to adopt the EU's stricter standards for all their products globally, rather than creating different versions for different markets. In a way, the EU is exporting its regulations without ever signing a treaty. This creates tension. For example, trade negotiations between the US and the EU have often stalled over food standards. The US argues that its food is perfectly safe and that the EU's precautionary principle is just a form of protectionism disguised as a health concern. The EU counters that it's simply upholding the standards its citizens demand. These aren't just technical disagreements, they are clashes of philosophy. One side prioritizes innovation and trade, while the other prioritizes precaution and tradition. This dynamic plays out in debates over everything from hormone-treated beef to the use of pesticides. So, what does this all mean for you, the consumer? On one hand, it means that when you're eating in Europe, you're often getting a product that has been held to some of the highest safety and quality standards in the world. You're tasting foods that are deeply connected to a place and its history. You can be reasonably sure that what's on the label is what's in the package. On the other hand, it can mean less choice and higher prices. The strict regulations and protection of traditional methods can stifle innovation and make it harder for new, cheaper products to enter the market. Ultimately, Europe's food rules are a reflection of its values. They show a continent that places a high premium on safety, a deep respect for its culinary heritage, and a willingness to use its market power to shape global standards. It's a system that says food is more than just fuel. It's culture, its identity, and it's something worth protecting. The next time you're enjoying a croissant in Paris or a slice of authentic pizza in Naples, take a moment to appreciate the invisible web of rules and history that went into making it. It's a system that's complex, controversial, but undeniably fascinating. It proves that what we eat is never just about what's on our plate. It's about who we are. Thanks for watching. If you found this journey into the world of food policy interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Let us know in the comments what you think about these regulations. See you next time.